Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to another edition of the Virginia iRacing League. We're here tonight with the Thunder Truck Showdown 75. This is season one, race number 4 of the round of 8, the final round of the round of 8, that is. And you guys are getting ready to get out there and qualify. Beautiful night out there for racing. Wind, air temperatures 78 degrees, winds 4 miles an hour, track temperature 81 degrees here at this 0.67 mile facility. And we thank you for staying with us here, Rice Motorsports TV, all season long. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hey, you want to know when we go live, click that notification bell. So they're getting ready to roll out on track. Let's go ahead and head on down to the track here and see who's going out first. Truck's starting to make their way down. Who's that? Somebody's getting ready to go out there. That looks like Danny Knoll Jr. getting ready to start his qualifying run. Getting up to speed here. Coming around to start his first hot lap. Oh, and he slows down for some reason. Not sure what happened there. He may have to, he may have aborted perhaps. Let's see. He's still on track. Not sure what happened with Danny, so he's going to go out and maybe take another crack at it. I guess Kevin O'Brien will be next going out. He might have had a problem with that tricky pit road exit. It's very narrow, and you really gotta, stay inside that yellow line until you get to the blue cone. Kevin coming around now to start his first hot lap. Making his way through turns 3 and 4. About to complete lap number 1. Let's see what he gets there. Got a 22.743, and that is that's his best time so far. Let's see if he can pick up on that. Comes around. Let's see, does he improve? Yes, he does, to a 22.689. That will be the lap to beat. Here goes Dennis Weeks now starting his first hot lap. Coming around to complete lap number 1. Let's see what he gets here. 22.374, and that puts him right to the top there. That's 3/10 quicker than O'Brien, easily to the provisional pole. He comes around to complete lap number 2. Let's see if he improves on that time. Brings it to the line, and unfortunately unable to improve. 22.507. Was his second lap time. Next up is Ryan Palmer. Palmer coming around now to start his first timed lap. Come around to complete lap number 1. His first lap will be a 22.640. 2/10 off of Weeks. Looking to improve on that. Oh, but he loses it going down the backstretch hard into the wall, and that will be it for his qualifying run. Unable to do a second hot lap. Next up will be Brian Chu. So now it has Weeks, Palmer, and O'Brien as your top three at the moment. Here goes Brian Chu starting his first hot lap here. A little sideways in turns 1 and 2 there. Working that throttle through turns 3 and 4. Coming to the line, let's see what his first hot lap will be. And it's a 22.817. That's fourth fastest. We'll see if he can pick that up. Almost dirt tracking it around through those turns, getting a little sideways. You can hear him working that throttle. Here he comes down to the line. Let's see if he improves. Yes, he does. Up to the second fastest, 22.557. Good pickup there for Brian Chu. Okay, here's Danny going to try to give another shot at it here. Coming around, starting his first time lap here. He came out the first time and aborted his run. And go in and get another shot at it here. He comes around to complete lap number 1. And he starts with a 22.698. That's fifth fastest at the moment. Make his way now around. See what he gets here on his second hot lap. Unfortunately, he does not improve. 22.851 was his second lap time there. So looks like he's done, and I believe just about everybody's done. I think Tony Rice is getting ready to go out. There he is. That'll be the last truck going out here. Making his way around that narrow pit road exit. Rice coming around now to start his first hot lap. Coming out of turn 4, crosses the line, and he'll be fourth fastest at the moment, 22.661. Making his way down the backstretch now, trying to improve on that P4 starting position. Here he comes to complete his qualifying run, and he does improve up to third position, 22.6 flat. Good pickup there over 64, Tony Rice. And that's going to do it for qualifying here, and they're going to get ready to have their the drivers meeting. So while they're doing that, we're going to take a quick break here, and we'll be right back for the start of tonight's race. So you're watching the Thunder Truck Showdown here, race number 4 of the round of 8 here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. Oh, here we go. It's just about to go away. They've
Okay, folks, we're back here for the start of the final race of the round of 8 here, the Thunder Truck Showdown 75, here at Lucas Oil Raceway with the Virginia iRacing League. And the trucks, everybody's lining up on pit road, getting ready to roll out. There they go now. Pace car is taking them out onto the track. And as they head on out, let's take a look at that starting grid. Dennis Weeks is your pole setter. Brian Chu starting second. Tony Rice in the third position. Ryan Palmer starting fourth. Danny Knoll Jr. in the fifth spot. And Kevin O'Brien rounding out the field in the sixth starting position. Making one more pace lap. The pace laps do count towards the entire race distance. Lights are out on the pace car. They'll be going green next time around. He's preparing to lead the field to the green flag. Making our way down to turn 3 and 4. There's the pace car heading on in. We'll be waiting for that green flag here. And we got a green flag, and we're racing here at Lucas Oil Raceway for the final time this season. And they're off. Boy, Weeks off to a great start there, but there's Brian Chu. He's neck and neck there with the 64 Tony Rice. Rice moves, trying to move ahead. That high line, like I've always said, I think the high line is the better way to go around. And Rice is still trying to complete that pass in a hurry. Brian Chu hanging tough on the outside. Rice does finally move up to that high line. Here comes Ryan Palmer. He moves in front of the 11. There's Danny Knoll Jr. in the 17. Knoll also trying to get past the 11. He's going to move into that third spot there. I'm sorry, fourth position. Ryan Chu back to fifth. Meanwhile, there's Ryan Palmer trying to make a move on the 64. Oh, and they get together. Oh, boy. That might, oh, that's Kevin O'Brien also. That's going to probably bring out a caution here. Let's see, Weeks is still running. Rice, he's running as well. I'm pretty sure that brought out the caution play. Yeah, caution is out. So a bit of damage there on the 64. Weeks coming around now. He's picked up the pace car. Ryan Chu, he's going down pit road. Danny Knoll Jr. also. Ryan Palmer, he's making his way around. Chu will be the first one to get down to his pit box. There's Danny Knoll pulling into his. Ryan Palmer making his way down. They're probably all going to use a, I'm not sure if Brian Chu had to use a fast, I don't think he was involved at all. I think, matter of fact, Ryan Palmer might have been the only one that really had to use a fast repair. Chu's on his way out. Ryan Palmer still on pit road. Now he's finally making his way out. You can see the field coming around. Weeks and company, they make their way across the start-finish line. Probably get the one to go next time around. So right now it's still Dennis Weeks, Tony Rice second. Kevin O'Brien in the third position. Ryan Chu, he's catching up now. He's in fourth spot. Then Danny Knoll Jr. will be fifth, and Ryan Palmer in the sixth position. coming around now for the one to go. Expecting the lights to go out on the pace car this time around. Yes, they do go out. It'll be lap 8 on the restart. 8 of 75 laps in store for us this evening. Restart will be on Dennis Weeks here. He will control the pace of the field, and pace car is going in. He's got the field nice and bunched up. And he's dropping the hammer early, folks. Dennis Weeks took off like he was shot out of a cannon. He was right there at Tony Rice. I think he tapped the wall trying to hold on to the 97 there. Dennis Weeks off and running. Tony Rice trying to play catch up. He's got Brian Chu about 1.2 seconds behind him. Looks like Chu, he's got Ryan Palmer challenging him for that third position. Palmer taking a look, trying on that inside the same way Rice was. I don't know, did he get it? I think he's going to get it. He managed to hold on, and he gets past the 11. Ryan Palmer now up to that third position. Rice, he's 1.2 seconds already behind Dennis Weeks. Dennis Weeks off and running there. Danny Knoll Jr., he's looking to try to see if he can catch the 11 of Brian Chu. Kevin O'Brien is about over 3.5 seconds behind him. Brian Chu, that's where he is like a half second ahead of Danny Knoll, and 0.8 of a second behind Ryan Palmer. Palmer now trying to move in on the 64, Tony Rice. I wonder if Rice took a fast repair. That truck still looks a little banged up on the outside there. Rice gets into the wall. That probably cost him some momentum. I think the 10's going to drive under him. Well, I thought he was. Rice holding on to that second spot. It gets a little tap there from the 10. Brian Chu almost gets into the 10, and he does. He goes spinning around, and that might, I'm sorry, folks, I didn't remove the caution there, but that probably brought out the caution anyway. That caution light should have been out, but that's probably the second caution here. Dennis Weeks coming around now. He'll be coming around. He's picking up the pace car. Looks like Ryan Palmer, he was able to continue. It looked like everything kind of happened there in slow motion. Palmer now back to the 6th spot. Let's take a look at that again here. Now you see Palmer, he got into the 64, and now he might have lost some momentum, and this 11 just did touch him and got him around sideways. Boy, Danny Knoll just did get by without really causing major damage to either one of those trucks. And so Palmer, he was there. There's Kevin O'Brien going by. So he was able to really avoid some stuff there. So he'll come around now, and we'll get him back up to live coverage here. Caution here on lap 14 of 75. And now it's Dennis Weeks, Tony Rice second, and Brian Chu was third. He pitted, and so now it's Danny Knoll into the 3rd spot. Brian Chu's on pit road, also followed by Kevin O'Brien making his way down. Ryan Palmer also coming into pit. Looks like Chu, he's getting some more tires and taking every opportunity to keep those tires fresh as possible. O'Brien beat him off the line. He'll be in the 4th spot, winning the battle off of pit road. They'll come around catch up to the pack here. Might be getting the one to go this time around. Let's see. And I know we're going to have at least a couple of more laps. So that'll give everyone a chance to get caught up. There's Kevin O'Brien now getting, matter of fact, I guess when the caution came out, he was behind, looks like he was behind Ryan Palmer. Palmer also gets in front of him. Brian Chu now moves up to the 4th spot. So all that stuff that happened to cause that caution, it still happened ahead of Kevin O'Brien. That's why O'Brien was back to the back again. But of course, he's coming in to pit road one more time. Might be going, you know, I'm guessing. We'll see what happens here. Maybe he's going to get some fresh tires just like Brian Chu did as well. Making his way down to his pit box. Oh, and he overshot the pits just a little bit, but it's a big track, and he's getting tires for the 84 machine. He should be able to get all 4 on there and get out of there before the field comes around. Left side's going on now. And he's down and away easily. He'll come back out and catch up to the field. Tiptoeing through that narrow pit road exit. And does that say that we actually did go green? Okay, I missed the, while we were watching him in the pits, we had the one to go. So we are racing once again. O'Brien, he is just crossing the start-finish line now. He's on the lead lap, but he's way back there. And have to hope maybe he doesn't lose a lap. Dennis Weeks out to another great restart. And there's Tony Rice now. He's battling with the 17, Danny Knoll Jr. Knoll trying to get around the 64, trying that low line. Almost side by side as they go down the backstretch. Now Rice taking a little bit of a low line and more, maybe, who knows, maybe as a defensive measure, maybe. You can go low a little bit, but you can't go so low because you'll scrub off too much speed in those turns. Dennis Weeks definitely showing the way right now. Oh, and a little tap there from the 17. Danny Knoll now, he's getting pressure from the 10, Ryan Palmer. And here comes Brian Chu on the outside. Palmer went way deep, and he's able to hold on, stay ahead of the 11. Watching things unfold. Oh, and the 17, he gets into the 64, gets him sideways, but kind of straightens him up, actually. Keeps him from actually spinning. The 17, Danny Knoll moves into second. Ryan Palmer trying to get around the 64, Tony Rice. There's Brian Chu trying to see if he can make the pass, stay ahead of the 10 on the high line. Oh, and Ryan Palmer loses some momentum there. There's Tony Rice and Brian Chu on the high side there. Chu trying to see if he can make that high line work. Battling hard to try to get around the 64. Oh, and Ryan Palmer, he spins, he loses it. He manages to keep going. I think we'll stay green here. Got a little out of shape, so he's now he's got to play catch up a little bit. Now Brian Chu is continuing to work on the 64, Tony Rice. Looks like now it's so tempting when you go down on that inside line. If you hit it just right and get just the right angle, you can make that pass. So he's trying to work on it now. I think he might get him this time as they come off the line. They're almost side by side, but he had room to dive in low, knowing that he'll push up just a little bit. So he does get past Tony Rice there, moves into the 3rd spot. Danny Knoll Jr.'s a little further up the road, 1.04 seconds ahead of Brian Chu. Everybody's still on the lead lap. The leader, Dennis Weeks, he is really checked out, 4.5 seconds. ahead of Danny Knoll Jr. And right now he is, you can see how he has all the room. You can take that low line and the truck just pushes right up. You know, but he's not battling with anybody, so he can just really run that arc that he wants to run in those corners. This time he stays a bit high. Now he turns down. And just see how it just pushes him right back up to that outside wall. But when you have the track to yourself, you can run like that. There's Brian Chu. He actually got past Danny Knoll Jr., so now he's in second position. Danny Knoll Jr. back to the third spot. He's about 1 point, well, just about 1 second behind Tony Rice. Rice trying to gain on the 17 there. He's got Ryan Palmer right behind him. It looks like neither one of them used the faster pair. Rice showing a little damage. Palmer, well, that damage to Palmer, that might have happened when he spun earlier. Here goes Palmer now trying to make a move on the inside of Rice. They're side by side. Looks like he's going to get on by pretty easily there. He made a good, well, okay. It looked like he just about had the momentum there. Rice trying to hold on the outside. Oh, and they get together. Oh, boy. Well, you don't see that all that often. Brian Palmer, that's going to bring out the caution. I guess he has no choice but to go and toe in. Tony Rice, I think Rice is also towing in. Let's take a look back and see what happened here. There's Rice there. And they're coming to the line. And they just get together there. I don't know, maybe the 10 thought that he was past the 64, but the 64 just catapulted him into the air and out of the picture. But you can see some engine damage from the looks of it for Tony Rice, and that truck cannot even fire. It's not even, oh yeah, the engine's completely dead. So yeah, he definitely had to tow in for sure. So yeah, that'll definitely be something that take him a few minutes now to get in. So now your leaders, they're coming in. There's Dennis Weeks coming down pit road. He's followed by Brian Chu. Danny Knoll, he's making his way in. And Kevin O'Brien. Weeks already to his stall there, left side, right side's already on, left's going on. Chu right behind them. They're very close, but I think, yeah, he's going to beat him off. Chu will probably be the second one down and away. There's Danny Knoll Jr. He's just finishing, looks like he might be finishing his left side tires, maybe getting a little damage fixed. Oh, boy, Kevin O'Brien, did he beat him? Yes, he did. Kevin O'Brien with the quick pit stops here tonight. That's the second time he's beaten somebody off of pit road. O'Brien up to that third spot. And they'll make their way around. Tony Rice, he may still be towing in. So it takes a little while to get there. So that puts him, looks like Palmer put his car behind the wall. I guess he's done. And so Rice, he's right now showing 3 laps down. And as soon as he gets there, he'll be able to use a faster pair and get that truck fixed and get back on track. Now we'll most likely get the one to go. And let's see. Oh, the lights are, hey, you know, when I think they're not going to have an extra lap, then they do have it. You know, we get to looking at other things, and then we lose track of where we are. But you know, we're going to just stay with the leaders here. Definitely should be getting. Let's see, is Rice running yet? No, he's still not. He's still on pit road. Oh, there he is. They finally got back there. Getting the tires put on now. And he's down and away. So looks like he's 3 laps down, and he won't lose any more laps, I don't believe. Unless he better be careful exiting pit road there. Oh, boy. And, okay, lights are out on the pace car. They're going down into turn 1. Rice making his way around to catch up to the field. And you know what? I'm not sure, but it almost looked like he went over that line. I don't know. We'll see what happens here. It almost looked like he went over that line. Pace car is in. Let's go up here with the leaders, which is actually, I'm sorry, Dennis Weeks. Dennis with another nice restart. Look at Kevin O'Brien trying to see if he can get past Brian Chu there. Brian Chu just really good, running a good high line there. He's able to stay ahead of the 84 car. Danny Knoll Jr. taking a look at the 84. Looks like he may also get past Brian Chu as well. There's Tony Rice, and he's still running on track. He's several laps down. He tapped the wall there. And so he's not really racing O'Brien, though. Rice is actually 3 laps down. Kevin O'Brien a little off the pace there. He's probably just trying to save his equipment there and keep going. Meanwhile, Dennis Weeks, he has a 1 second gap to Brian Chu. Get rid of that caution flag there. There we go. Oh, did Brian just tap the wall again? And that gap is 1.2 seconds now. Flirting between 1.18 and 1.2. Danny Knoll Jr., he's trying to catch the 11. O'Brien is about 1.1 seconds behind Danny Knoll. He's still behind the 64 Rice, who's not on the lead lap. And Brian Chu now has a little over half a second gap from the 17 truck. We're on lap 40 of 75. This race is going along fairly quickly. Dennis Weeks, though, is 1.7 seconds ahead of the 11 truck. You can see the gap right there. Go back to doing what he needs, whatever it is he wants to do as far as what kind of line he wants to run. Which is also probably good for his tires as well. He can run the proper line around there. Let's look back at Danny Knoll. He is 3/10. Rice is 3/10 behind him, but he's not on the lead lap. Chu is about 1.5 seconds ahead of Danny. Danny not quite able to keep up with the 11 truck there. In fact, he's both the 60, even though the 64 is not on the lead lap, both him and the 84 are starting to get a bit closer there as we watch them go along here. Rice probably wishing he was on the lead lap right now. It would kind of be a 3-way battle there for 3rd position. The one that really is interested in getting past 17 would be Kevin O'Brien in the 4th spot. Taking that very low line. Still not able to get past the 64. Comes around this time, they're almost side by side going to the line there, lap 46 now. Right, staying on that high line. Danny knows about 1.9 seconds, now 2 seconds ahead of these two. And it's almost like, you know, a guy being chased by a couple other guys, and the more of those two guys battle each other, you know, and usually that'll allow the guy that they were chasing to kind of get away a little bit, such as the case here with Danny Knoll Jr. 1.6 seconds behind Brian Chu. Brian Chu now getting close to 3 seconds behind Weeks. In fact, it's showing him as 3 seconds now behind the 97. Danny Knoll 1.7 seconds behind Brian Chu. And a bit of a gap back to Kevin O'Brien. Rice has moved down to the inside. O'Brien goes by, so now he's past the 64. Going to try to see if he can set sail. I thought I heard somebody hit the wall. Maybe that, I don't know if that was Rice or not, but O'Brien now sets sail, see if he can catch Danny Knoll Jr. here. That would be for position. He's about 2.1 seconds behind the 17. We're at lap 50, folks. Riding on board the leader, Dennis Weeks. Next time to go by, I think it'll be like 25 laps to go. We cross the line, and that's official. 25 laps remaining in this event. Dennis Weeks continues to lead. There's Brian Chu. That's what 4.8 seconds looks like. That's how far back he is. And then you have Danny Knoll Jr. in the third spot. Kevin O'Brien now only 1.5 seconds. I'm sorry, make that 1.3 seconds behind the 17. There's 23 laps remaining, and they all pitted together on that last caution. So they all have the same freshness of tires, and now it's just a question: does he have time to catch the 17? Looks like he's starting to get a little closer there. 1.1 seconds. That was 1.09. Now around getting close to 1 second now. Trying to reel in Danny Knoll Jr. That gap seriously starting to come down now. 0.8 of a second. 21 laps to go. He'll have enough time to catch up to him. Then he's got to figure out how to get by him. Now, unless if Knoll is having tire problems or something, if he's burned off the right front, that truck will be turning like a dump truck instead of the way you want it to turn. So we'll see what happens here. The 84 gets to him. He's closing up pretty quickly here behind the 17. Both staying in that high line. Knoll moves down a little bit now, trying to get some momentum on the 84. O'Brien getting ever closer now, 0.2 of a second behind Danny Knoll Jr. Like the 84 got into the wall there a little bit. That cost him some momentum there and some time as well. Now he's back to 0.7 of a second, 17 laps remaining. try to gather it back up and see if he can catch him once again. Your leader, Dennis Weeks, 7 seconds ahead of second place Brian Chu, so no battle there. This is the closest battle on the track. And Chu closes right up on the bumper once again of the 17. Getting very close now. Danny Noldren trying to hold on, but I think he might have had to check up just a little bit. O'Brien not quite close enough to really get the momentum he needs coming off of turn 4. Here they go again. 15 laps remaining. Still plenty of time for the 84 to try to get past the 17. Catching him at a funny place in the turn there, almost around the apex. And now he's getting just about got up alongside the 17. Let's see what happens this time. He is a bit low, taking a pretty low line there for turns 3 and 4. I think he had to get out of it a little bit there because it would have pushed him up into the 17. Kevin O'Brien fighting hard for that, trying to get that 3rd spot. Oh, and looks like the 17 tags the wall that time, and he has to gather it up, and that might have been all that O'Brien needed. Looks like he may be able to hold on this time as he completes the pass, put him up into the 3rd spot. And Brian Chu, he's almost a straightaway away. And your leader, Dennis Weeks, he's almost, he's coming around now. I don't know, he might catch the 64, Tony Rice, before this is over. 11 laps remaining. Let's see, there he is. There's Rice right there. He's still a good little ways ahead of the leader right now. It'll be 10 laps to go next time Weeks crosses the line. And Rice himself might be gaining on the 17 as well. I mean, he did come into pit road and get the fast repair, got some fresh tires there. His tires are as fresh as anybody else's. They all pitted on lap 31. So he's kind of doing the same thing now. Nothing really to gain by passing the 17, but just kind of, turning laps here now until he gets to the checkered flag. O'Brien has kind of gone on down the road there a bit. He's almost 3 seconds ahead of Danny Nolan Jr. And Danny's tires may be fading away on him, folks, because even Rice now is getting up there. And sometimes when your tires start going away, even if a lap car is behind you and may not even be trying that hard to pass you, if the tires are gone, it's going to be hard to keep anybody back there. It's almost safer just for folks to get around you if they can and get on down the road. Boy, they are super close right there coming off the line. I think Rice just tagged the ball. One or the other. Rice following Danny Noel there. Now they're side by side. Rice might, let's see what happens. They come off of turn 2, racing down the backstretch. Rice may just have the better grip that time. They're racing side by side, coming to the line. Rice taking that real low line. Using every bit of those good years right now, trying to see, might be testing to see. Sometimes you can tell how a guy's car is handling when you're pushing. Oh, and I think I just saw Noel might have tapped the wall one more time there. I think your leader is not that far behind him. Rice is going to get by the 17. The momentum kind of pushes him up in front. Dennis Weeks is right there. And looks like he's going to go on by Danny Knoll. So Danny Knoll will go a lap down as well. Rice already 3 laps down. And there he is, and there's Rice right there. And there's 4 laps remaining. It really didn't mean anything if Rice loses another lap. It probably just, you know, if you can stay ahead of the leader, fine, you know. But if the leader's right on you and you know that he's quicker, you know, not a good thing to, you know, take out the leader of the race. And Dennis Weeks, he is right there. Rice taps the wall again, and I think I think Dennis might have checked up a little bit. There's 2 to go. They're going down the backstretch. Weeks doesn't seem to be, he's not trying too hard to get past Rice. I mean, like I said, there's nothing to gain. He's already leading the race. And actually going to get the white flag this time as they come to the line. White flag in the air for Dennis Weeks. So he just has to hope everything stays green. Ryan Chu right there in the second position, 10 seconds behind your leader. He's free and clear in 10 there, but coming off of turn 4, Dennis Weeks going to come along and take the checkered flag, and he will be your last winner here this season at Lucas Oil Raceway. Dennis Weeks, your winner here tonight at Lucas Oil Raceway. Pausing at the start-finish line. Do a few celebratory spins there, a little burnout. While he's doing that, let's take a look at the finishing results here. Dennis Weeks, your winner. Brian Chu second. Kevin O'Brien in third. Danny Knoll Jr. fourth. Tony Rice fifth. And Ryan Palmer in the 6th position. And so with that, then we calculate the points for the truck series. And Dennis Weeks is your winner. But Tony Rice still holds a pretty good lead in the overall standings for the truck series. Brian Chu second, Kevin O'Brien third, Danny Knoll Jr. fourth, Acosta fifth, Andy Costellova sixth, Ben Butler in the 7th position, and Dennis Weeks in the 8th spot there. And this also concludes the round of 8. And looking at the league standings, the overall round of 8. We have a new leader there. Kevin O'Brien moves ahead of Tony Rice, Benjamin Butler third, Andy Costellova fourth. So that, folks, will be your final 4 right there as we move into the final weekend. So yeah, it's been a great season here, and thank you for being with us here to take it all in there. And this is the last race here at Lucas Oil Raceway, the Thunder Truck Showdown 75. The final race of the round of 8, race number 4 here at Lucas Oil Raceway. Thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and also click that notification bell if you want to catch us on a live broadcast. So for everyone here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.